Can't even drink a sugar-free Monster.
There's a horse that's been over, like, licking his own willy on the
What?
top. Look at his little head's underneath his body.
I think he's kicking up.
Yeah, but why is his head so far down? Hey, don't ask me.
Hey people out there, my name's Brandon.
My name's Keith, people. Good to see ya.
Tank Talks.
Sorry, I cut you off when you were saying Tank Talks.
Just gotta get back in the mode of it.
It's been a couple of weeks since we recorded a traditional Tank Talks, Brandon. And apparently in that time, you lost your body. Because you're now just 4 arms and a floating head.
Keith, that's because I got camo. See?
Oh, okay. Brandon, to be serious though, when will camo jokes ever not be said?
I hope they stay around.
I agree. I hope they stay around too. It makes me feel like I'm that much closer to a father when I mention it.
I remember when it first got big, where everything became camouflage. I think it's around the time blue collar TV got really big.
Sure.
And I remember the first time I saw a camouflage recliner. Wow. And I was going through the phase where I was like, oh man, that's cool. We gotta get that now.
A camouflage recliner. Have I died and gone to El Dorado? Where everything is made of camouflage gold.
If only.
Let's talk about the food El Dorado, Brandon. I think it's what we're here today
yes.
to do.
It's the fair.
The fair. What is interesting about the world, Brandon, is that not everyone gets to experience the fair that we experience. Someone like in probably the Northwest or wherever they don't have the fair.
They have it in the Northwest.
Is thinking, what are you talking about? The fair, the equal? I don't understand. What's the fair, Brandon?
The fair, well, it started off as a place where people would go and they would show how fat their pigs were, how big their flowers had grown. I think also maybe mix some fudge on the side.
I love this description. That's so much.
They would do that, and then people started being like, well, let's make some rides, some mechanical mechanisms to throw people and twirl them.
You know what our pig display is lacking?
Adrenaline!
Let's throw you in the air.
So they had that, then it just morphed where people were like, yeah, the animals are cool, but how about more of these rides? And people were like, well, these rides would make me kind of sick. And they're like, well, what if we just filled you with some dough? Would that make it better? Yeah. They're like, I don't know, we should try.
What if we fried that dough?
So then we started coming up with fair food, then people were like, oh, well, I don't care about livestock, but I love rides and I love food.
Absolutely.
Then it morphed into people, once they get over the age of 17, they go, oh no, I just want food.
Yeah, I'm at that place now. I just turned 25. You're a 26-year-old man. We're food.
I met the people, because when I used to work at Fastenal, I saw, or Blastinol, don't want to get
Blastinol.
sued.
We haven't done that in a long
Blastinol. I saw they would come in there and buy stuff, and it was just like Carnival Santa. That's what I nicknamed the one guy. And that's pretty bad when you got carnival people working at fairs, because you think there's a higher standard at a fair, then you realize no,
there's no higher standard. A carny is a carny is a carny, Brandon. But we're here to talk about the food. Mm-hmm. We're here to talk about the most important part of the fair. That is the food. What I've heard is that Brandon has some strong opinions. Mm-hmm. And I want to hear them.
Well, I guess we kind of give an overview of the food, then I'll give you my opinion.
Sure, absolutely.
First, I just wanted to kind of bring up at the fair, you have the classics. For a long time, the fair was made up of, you got your corn dogs, you got your French fries. Like, even for you growing up, like, what were some of the things you, up until the age of for 10, 1 to 10, what are some of the things you remember getting?
Corn dog, Fisk fries, elephant ear or funnel cake, and my mom at the South Carolina State Fair, I don't know if everyone has this booth, but there's a big booth where they have tiny little donuts and they fry it right in front of your eyes. My mom would kill for that. My mom loves those. I always have to bring her a little tray back whenever I go. And she's also very big into candied apples. So whenever my mom and I would go, those things are... If the fair had nothing but those things, it'd still be the fair to me.
Another classic that I don't know if a lot of people pick up on, or if it maybe isn't a lot of them, is if you go into the art building, they've got cookies and milk. Did you ever go into there?
That is not part of my childhood, no.
My dad, we always had to go, he'd always go get a sausage dog, and then we would go to the art center. We'd kind of look at the art for 2 minutes, but we'd have to go and get the Otis Spunkmeyer cookies, and then you get your pet milk.
Yeah.
And even at the Coastal Carolina Fair I just went to, they had that there. So you paid $1 and you got 3 like gooey cookies, and then you got your milk. And
tasty.
That was the best deal I saw all day at the fair.
Brandon, the reason I don't go for that is because I don't like to go in the art place. There's something about artists from South Carolina is that there are few and far between good ones. I'm just ragging on you, artists. We know you know that we love you.
And now the next phase you went through, and this probably started. I think when I was like 13, I started like walking on my own and really trying to experience the fair from more than just the rides. I started picking up all this weird food. We started deep frying everything. Yeah. Deep fried Pepsi, probably the best thing I ever had at the fair.
Never tried it.
But it was delicious. Then I remember having chocolate covered bacon. Do you remember the weird era?
Chocolate covered bacon, did not enjoy. Deep fry any sort of prepackaged pastry, yes. Keep doing that. Keep pushing the boundary forward. Keep progressing, fair people, because whoever decided to deep fry an oatmeal cream pie, that is the pinnacle of our society. Everything goes down from deep fried oatmeal cream pie.
Did you ever try the the donut burger they had?
I did not. I think the donut burger, which I believe is a burger with all the fixings between 2 glazed donuts, that's just a flavor palette, a flavor profile that I'm not looking for. As well as being kind of a chubby fella, I feel like I would get a lot of judgment, and my heart would probably immediately stop biting that one thing.
I went through the phase where I had 1 year deep fried Pepsi. The next year I had things when they had the chocolate covered bacon. So like I started going through a phase of each year. I was like, I want to try the weird thing.
I did one time have a big chicken finger, like a big piece of chicken that they battered in frosted flakes and then deep fried. Absolutely disgusting. It is not good.
You got my hopes up for a second.
No.
I drew the line at not like they first had deep fried butter, and I was like, first deep frying stuff isn't good. The deep frying butter, I was like, oh, that's even worse. But then someone was like, hey, let's make some different flavors. So then they had grape flavored deep fried butter, and I thought that's how you test if someone's a human or not. Is if they buy that, you call the FBI right up.
That's a real life captcha. Like, you have to be a robot to ingest this.
But now, so this whole thing started is because when we went to the fair last week, Jordan started talking about the new food they had there.
You're saying the reason we're talking about it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that we went last week and gone where I think there was maybe 1, maybe 2 food trucks that were deep frying like Oreos and stuff. But there's just a lot of, like, one of them had a sirloin dinner. And how do you feel about that?
What comes with it?
It was like a sirloin, mashed potatoes.
Wrong.
I think some kind of beans.
No. If you are offering me something at your establishment at the fair and I am not intended to eat it with my hands, you need to get on. Go home. Because that's not why I'm here. I'm here to eat food with my hands. I didn't bring a fork. I didn't bring a knife. And I certainly am not going to sit on those nasty tables at the fair to cut my steak and, aren't the rides beautiful this evening, darling? Aren't you so glad we came and had dinner at the fair? No, wrong.
Then they had, I didn't see the truck out there, but they had deep fried calamari.
Deep fried calamari. Well, I think that is a lot of times how calamari is served is fried.
Oh, really?
I think it is.
See, I've only seen it raw.
Oh, I've never seen it raw.
Well, that's the place we went to that time, but had that little mini octopus you were going to eat.
Ah, calamari is squid.
Oh, so it's not octopus.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think octopus is just octopus. And calamari, I believe, is squid. Correct us in the comments if we're wrong.
Just 1,000.
Yeah, Kevin, I know you're out there. You probably know about calamari.
And then they had, like, one of the most interesting booths I found out there was a stand, and it had, like, broccoli and cauliflower and all, and I thought, oh, that's weird to have that out there, but I guess you're just trying to get the healthy, like, people. But plain. When I walked up, I realized it was deep fried, all those vegetables. And I really wanted to try deep fried broccoli, but you had to buy, like, a platter. They wouldn't sell it separately, so I was like, I'm not going to eat, like, fried zucchini or squash or whatever.
See, I love fried zucchini, I love fried squash, I love fried eggplant. I love it when you fry those type of squashy vegetables.
What is deep fried, though?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
I love deep fried those. I've deep fried my own before.
Really? I did not know that was a common thing.
My grandmother's famous for deep frying squash and eggplant. And she fries them, she cuts them to look like French fries a little bit, like thick steak fries. They're really good.
That's interesting.
I agree.
I came up with this opinion, and I started judging a lot of people at the fair. And I'm gonna put this up to you, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
But I think that if you go to the fair and you buy stuff that you can buy outside the fair, you're an idiot.
Absolutely, you are an idiot. Stop doing it.
If you buy, but here's what it is. If you buy a corn dog, big or small, then you're wrong. If you buy fish fries, you're wrong.
No,
if you get a burger, you're wrong. You get a sundae, you're wrong.
No. I'm gonna dial you back one quick second. The corn dogs you normally buy that you can buy outside the fair, they do not taste the same.
They taste exactly the same.
That is very. We will have an episode where we taste them. That is verifiable. That is absolutely based on evidence. They do not taste the same.
They sell state fair corn dogs.
Let me tell you another thing.
At Walmart.
Let me tell you another thing. Fish fries do not exist in a world outside of the fair. The environment, the cigarette smoke, the air of all these nasty people all in one place, the sweat of the person frying them all comes together in that cocoon of the state fair to create an experience that you cannot get elsewhere.
Go to the fair and you can pay $5 for a small container. Go to McDonald's. Pay right now. Wendy's has a deal going on for $1. You can get any size fries.
At the fair, I want my fries to come in a styrofoam cup, and I want there to be a water bottle squirter full of malt vinegar to squirt on them.
You can recreate that.
It's not about the recreation, Brandon. It is about the experience. And there are no other French fries in the world that leave your mouth feeling numb. Like
how about ice cream? You get ice cream at the fair.
You're right. Don't get ice cream at the fair. Don't do that.
Deep fried Oreos, you can get.
Well, how about this, Brandon? Guess what? 2 years ago, when I got my deep fryer from my grandmother, who loves a deep fry thing, she said, "Try this out." I said, "Lizzie, we're going to have a deep fry night." Guess what we did? We deep fried a pumpkin spice Oreo, and it tasted not only just like the fair, but better than the fair. So, am I stupid for that?
You're right. Deep fried Oreos.
Oreos?
I think you would.
I'm stupid.
Deep fried Pepsi, though, if you figure out the formula.
Okay.
That's my whole thing. Is if you can buy it easily. But why would you want? I went to the fair. I went to Wendy's beforehand. Spent $4. I was filled up. I went to the fair. I judged place after place, thinking you're going to charge me $10 for a hot dog.
When you pass through the gates of the fair, you just have to. You can acknowledge it, but you have to just accept that this is you have entered a zone of highway robbery, and you got to accept it. And the fair is going to take you for all you've got, and you're going to leave feeling like crap. But while the food is on the tongue, you're going to be, this is good.
Now, how many places, if you were with me, how many places would it take before you got disgusted with me going up and saying, "Oh, how much is that? Oh, no, thank you."
One. Half of one, if that's possible. I would not, because there's a suspension. You have to suspend that sort of stuff at the fair. You know, they almost like blast it on the sign. We will overcharge you.
All right, well, here, I'm going to, real fast, let's run through. I'm going to get some fair food. You tell me if it's good, bad, or ugly.
Okay.
All right? Elephant ear.
Good.
Corn dog.
Good.
Monster corn dog.
Good. Good.
Chocolate bacon.
Bad.
Pizza.
Bad.
Oh, that's another thing. If you order pizza from the fair, you know how many pizzas from Little Caesars you can buy?
I made that mistake.
For a slice you can get there?
There's no pizza at the fair that tastes better than pizza elsewhere.
If you're under 4 years old, all right, that's fine. But if you're over 4 years old and I see you walking around with a slice of pizza,
it's between bad and ugly.
Sausage dogs.
Bad for me, good for the fair.
Fried mushrooms.
I don't like them.
So you say it's ugly?
Well, I don't know the criteria for ugly.
It's just what you think. Good, bad, or ugly. Cotton candy.
Good.
Deep fried Reese's.
Good.
Pretzels.
Just pretzels?
Oh, like a soft pretzel.
Bad. I like pretzels, but I can get those at the mall.
Jordan ordered one of them, and I gave her a free pass. But they also gave her a wristband.
Because Jordan is your beautiful fiancé.
You can't get wristbands if you go to Aunt Annie's. Right. And what you also can't get at Aunt Annie's is a tank drink.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to make the noise.
This week we got Rip It Energy. It's sugar-free, but it's all the same tribute you'd find. Because when they mix some active mandarin with some live wild lime, stuff gets American.
Tasty. Let me pop the top on that crop.
After you pop that top on that crop, I'll clank that drink.
Yeah.
And spank.
Nope. Take back the spank.
And blink.
Ooh, it's not clear. It smells like a sweet tart. Look at that color, everybody. Look at that color. Ooh, yeah. All right. Rip it. Wait, what was the funny thing we did with Rip It? Rip it! There was some meme we had with Rip It. But let's clank the tank drink and let it slide on down the gullet.
All right. You know, to be a cheap Rip It and to be sugar-free, it's not that bad.
You can tell it's sugar-free, though.
I've never really gotten them because they've always came across as a really cheap energy drink. But going online, they have like a cult following. There's so many people online that they get offended
Rip It!
when you criticize Rip It drinks.
I'm not here to criticize. I just don't really care for it.
I think when it comes to sugar-free energy drinks, this is probably my favorite I've ever had. Can't even drink a sugar-free Monster.
There's a horse that's been over like licking his own willy on the top. Look at his little head's underneath his body.
I think he's kicking up.
Yeah, but why is his head so far down? Hey, don't ask me. Alright, everybody, Rip It's alright. Go out there, buy a Rip It as a tribute to the troops, support the troops. If you want to, if not, that's your prerogative, free speech and whatnot. Did that offend you? At the end of the day, just remember, fair food is good for you. Calories inside the fair don't count, and neither do your dollars. But in the meantime, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to us in the comments. Brandon, you got
Hit us up on Patreon.
If you want to be involved with this show financially, if you like what we do and you want to help us do it better by giving us anything even as low as $1 per month of your hard-earned wages.
Send us a quarter in the mail.
Yeah, send us a quarter in the mail or go to www.patreon.com/tankmedianetwork. In the meantime, we love you very much.